Let me ask you something. If you woke up today feeling like everything is happening all at once, well, you're not wrong because right now, as we speak, we've got the Supreme Court debating who qualifies as an American. Millions of people protesting across the country, lawmakers getting called out while citizens struggle, and a government that still cannot seem to function without pressure. And somehow, just somehow, this is all happening at the same exact time. Welcome to What's New with ME, where we don't just read headlines, we break them down and what they actually mean for you, for your money, for your rights, for your future. Let's get into it. I'm Ali Midawi. Segment 1, Birthright Citizenship. One of the biggest and most under-discussed stories today is happening at the highest level in the country. The Supreme Court of the United States is currently hearing a case that could fundamentally change what it means to be an American citizen. Let's break this down clearly. For over 100 years, the 14th Amendment has been interpreted to mean if you're born in the United States or on U.S. soil, you are a U.S. citizen. That principle is called birthright citizenship. Now, that's being challenged. And at the center of this case is an executive action tied to Donald Trump that questions whether children born in the United States to non-permanent residents should automatically receive citizenships. Now, here is where it gets real. If the interpretation changes, we're not talking about a small adjustment. We're talking about potentially hundreds of thousands of children per year affected. Questions around identity, legal status, and rights, and a ripple effect that could reshape immigration policy for decades. And this isn't just legal theory. This is about who gets to say, I'm an American, and whether that definition is fixed or flexible. Supporters say this is about enforcing immigration structure. Opponents say it could create a class of people born here but not fully recognized. Either way, this is one of the most consequential legal conversations happening right now, and most people aren't even fully aware it's happening. Segment 2, U.S.-Iran tensions and market reaction. All right, let's shift to global news because while we're debating identity at home, there are serious conversations happening abroad. Across major networks like CNN and BBC News, headlines are focused on U.S.-Iran tensions. But here is the twist. Markets are reacting positively. Why? Because there is now speculation that whatever escalation is happening could be resolved within weeks, not years. And that impacts all shifts in expectation. Moved money, oil prices dipped, markets rallied, investor confidence ticked upward. Now think about that. The possibility of less conflicts already impacts your economy. That's how sensitive the system actually is. But let's stay grounded here. Because while markets celebrate potential outcomes, the reality is uncertain. And history has shown us these situations don't always resolve as quickly as predicted. So while Wall Street might be optimistic, Main Street is still cautious, and rightfully so. Segment 3, government shutdown, lawmaker backlash. Now let's bring this back home because this is one that's going to hit people directly. The Department of Homeland Security shutdown has now stretched to over 40 days. And during that time, thousands of workers, including those at the Transportation Security Administration, were working without pay. Now, here is where things went viral. Videos started circulating across social media showing lawmakers traveling, vacationing, and moving around, while federal workers were missing paychecks. And that lit a fire because people aren't just reacting to the shutdown. They're reacting to what feels like a disconnect between decision makers and everyday American. Now, recently, action was taken to restore TSA pay and provide back pay. And yes, that matters. But here's the big conversation. Why does it take outrage to trigger action, because when systems only respond under pressure, well, that's not leadership, that's reaction. And the American people are starting to notice that pattern. Segment 4, No Kings protests continue to trend. I called this one the paid protest last time. So that brings us to what's happening in the streets. The No Kings protests are still dominating social media. Clips, speeches, chants spreading across platforms. Millions of people participating, and here is what makes this movement different. It's not centralized. It's not one group. It's a shared feeling, a feeling that people want more say, more transparency, and more accountability. Oh boy, I want more of that too. Now, whether you agree with the message or not, that level of turnout, well, it matters, because 1 million show up at once. That's not random. That's momentum. But here's the real challenge. Momentum without direction can fade just as fast as it rises. So the question becomes, does this movement translate into change, or does it stay in the cycle of visibility without results? So when you connect everything happening today, you've got a country debating identity at the highest court. You got global tensions influencing your economy. You got government systems struggling under pressure, and millions of people demanding to be heard. That is not just news. That is a turning point. And moments like this, they don't just pass. They shape what comes next. And the difference between reacting and understanding is everything in this case. Because when you understand what's happening, you move differently. You think differently. You prepare differently. And that is the goal. No fear, no noise, just clarity, just perspective, and real conversations that actually matter. If you want more of that, visit vmestudios.net. It's right down there. Because information is everywhere, but real understanding, that's rare, like your favorite steak. I'm Ali Midawi, and that is What's New with ME. It's a wrap. We'll see you in the next episode.
Still marketing your business like it's the Yellow Pages era? Welcome to ME Studios, where local solopreneurs and small business owners catch up with the digital world and take over it. We help you go from invisible to undeniable. Featured on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Plus, gain press exposure in over 100 to 300 major media outlets like Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC, and the CW. Right here in Eatontown, New Jersey, just steps away from the soon-to-be Netflix studios, our multi-unit facility is built for creators, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Stop marketing like it's 1995. Start building your digital authority today with a team that gets it.